Hi guys, this is Skylar. I am completely blind. I'm autistic and I have a chronic heart condition. Now, for starters, I'd like to apologize because if you hear any noise in the background, my father decided that it was appropriate to start mowing right now. So, sorry about that. Anyways, today I'm going to be talking about why I like mice. I kind of touched on this a couple years ago when I made my 3 kind mice video, but I'm going to kind of come back to that topic because in case you didn't see the video that I just posted, I'll put down in the description. I just got me a custom made crocheted Reaper cheap off of Etsy. So yeah, anyways. Now some of these stories are, dreams. Some of these really happened. I'll just explain it as we go. So the first thing that I can remember was ever since I was a baby, my mom always had this cat. Her name was Mama Kitty. She was really nice. The kind of animal that she would actually want to have around kids, especially little kids. She was very loving and nice. And anyways, so my mom would always buy her those stuffed mice that you buy, at the pet store for cats. Well, for some reason, my mother allowed me to play with one of Mama Kitty's stuffed mice. It wasn't a real mouse. It was like a plush mouse. And Mom let me play with it. Question mark, question mark. Not sure why, but she did. I remember being down there with that and a cardboard box in the floor. I always had an imagination. So anyways, so that actually really happened. The next thing I can remember was one time I was out at my grandmother's house and I had a dream that there was this hybrid crazy animal. It was a half mouse and a half cat. It was called a missing, M-I-S-E-N, missing. And it was a half mouse and a half cat. It was really weird. I don't even know how that kind of combination came to be, but I was like only 7 when I dreamt this, so bear that in mind. One time I had a dream that I was at a pet store, and there were these mice. This is another dream that were going on me, and I kind of liked it because to me is a sound of love. Like when I want to express that I love someone, like my mom or a family member, I'll go at them, and that's just one of my ways of saying I love you. And that's what the mouse in my dreams was doing to me. And it was just a nice little cuddly moment. Here's a real life incident. When I was like 9, I got sick. I was at the school for the blind, which is like 3 hours away from where my mom lived. And my mom, she came and picked me up. This is a real life incident. And she picked me up from school and she bought me like 499,000 audio books, or books on tape, whatever you want to call them, from the library. I don't know if my mom bought them or my aunt, because she was there too, but one of them or both of them did. And I actually managed, like years and years later, to get me a CD version of this book. one of the books, or shall I say, one of the stories on this book was called The Mouse and the Sausage. I don't remember what track that was on, but it's on this CD that I just showed you. And for some reason, for some morbid reason, I was drawn to this particular story out of every story that was on this book. This book is like a compilation of short stories, like folk tales and stuff. And for some reason, I was drawn to the one about the mouse and the sausage. Now, I won't get into the whole entire story, even though it is short. I'll just give you the details. So there was a mouse and a sausage who were cooking together, living together, and they all took turns cooking. And the sausage, because he was a sausage, he could jump in and out of the boiling pot of soup stock while it was boiling. Well, the mouse tried that, and let's just say he died. Okay. Anyways, so I was drawn to that story. It was one of my favorites. It haunted me in my dreams. It was just, I was always kind of a morbid child. I still am kind of morbid. But yeah, I was kind of drawn to that story. Anyways, when I was like 14, my teacher started reading us the Chronicles of Narnia. She read us The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, because they were making movies out of it, a movie out of it. But then she read us, I think it was called Prince Caspian. I'll have to check on that. And he mentioned, or the book mentioned, Reepicheep. Now, Reepicheep is one of the mouse from the Chronicles of Narnia, and he can talk like all the other talking animals in that book can. And I actually have a custom-made Reepicheep that I reviewed today on my channel. I like Reepicheep, but I do not like the name of his weapon. Okay. Anyways, so yeah, I've always liked Reepicheep, and it also makes a nice word for pictures. I don't know if he's a rat or a mouse, but in 2017, the company Chuck E. Cheese, the actual company, sent me a stuffed Chuck E. Cheese because I wrote them a fictional story about Chuck E. Cheese. So they sent me a real, stuffed version of Chuck E. Cheese. Still to this day, or I have like a whole bunch of Mickey Mouse stuff. Like I have a Mickey Mouse fan, like a candy fan, and it's a helicopter and it has Mickey Mouse on top of it. I have Mickey Mouse bandages. I have Mickey Mouse stamps. You name it, I have Mickey Mouse, a lot of things. So yeah, there's a lot of stories in my brain, both real stories and dream stories regarding mice, and I just like mice. Call me crazy. I also read the audiobook The Witches by Roald Dahl, where they will change, the witches were changing human children into mice with a potion called Delayed Action Mouse Maker. This book it's a real book. It's by the same guy who wrote the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory series. His name is Roald, Roald, space Dahl, Dahl. He writes a whole bunch of children books and stuff. So one of his is called The Witches, and it's about these, witches that are changing children into mice, and we're just going to say discarding of them, okay? Anyways, and I remember I used to like that book because Mom got it for me again at the library. And I remember sweating half my body weight out when I first read it because I was like only 9. But once I got past the sweaty phase, I kind of started liking it. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video, and God bless. Stop recording.